We begin this evening with a story you will only see on Western Mass News. Exclusive new developments as we continue to get answers following the death of Achim Bailey. Good evening. Good to have you with us on Western Mass News at 6. I'm Beth Ward.
And I'm Chris Pisano. The Springfield bar where Achim was last seen the night he went missing was the subject of a hearing today. And that hearing was a result of an investigation by Western Mass News reporter James Villalobos, who joins us now live with more on what was discussed today. James?
Well, Chris and Beth, after being canceled twice, the hearing before the city's licensing commission took place this afternoon. It has been close to 9 months since Achim first went missing after a night at Samuel's in downtown Springfield, but several questions remain about what happened to him right before he went missing and leading up to the discovery of his body in the Connecticut River in March. We know that Achim was asked to leave Samuel's after allegedly flirting inappropriately with a woman. Today's hearing focused on Samuel's entertainment license, not their liquor license. Let's remind you of our investigation. This summer, Western Mass News submitted a public records request for Samuel's security plan. Our investigation uncovered that the bar did not follow several aspects of their plan, including that Achim should have received a warning prior to being removed. Also, according to the security plan, people who are too intoxicated to drive should not be asked to leave. And if a person is asked to leave, security should wait with that person until transportation arrives. Those are just a few of the things that should have happened. However, the owner told Western Mass News shortly after Achim's disappearance that security said Achim showed no signs of intoxication. That was also documented in a police report written by Officer Barry Delamarter with the Springfield Police Department. Per Samuel's security plan, the bar's security cameras should have been working, but they weren't. At Tuesday's hearing, that is what the discussion was centered around. Bar owner Eddie Grimaldi clarified that when looking for security footage of an incident on December 23rd, they noticed that their cameras weren't actually recording. Grimaldi says that the License Commission was notified of this on January 9th, 4 days before Achim went missing. New cameras were installed the third week of January. Officer Barry Delamarter, who serves as the liaison between the License Commission and the police department, says because their cameras weren't recording, they relied on video from the Hall of Fame's cameras for the investigation into his disappearance. Grimaldi says that as a tenant at the Hall of Fame, those cameras are something they pay for. And he adds the cameras inside the bar, if they were recording, are 12 years old and not the best quality compared to the Hall of Fame's cameras. It is worth noting that video of Achim leaving the Hall of Fame was shown very briefly during the hearing. Officer Delamarter was not questioned about why he wrote in his report that Achim showed no clear signs of intoxication. Now, during today's hearing, we also learned that the Springfield License Commission reviewed this case twice now to see if they will face consequences on their liquor license, once in May and another time in August, and both times they voted unanimously not to take any action against Samuel's. Now, as for today's hearing, Mayor Sarno told us in a statement back in August that this hearing was going to be to review exit procedures when a patron has been requested to leave an establishment. That, however, was not discussed at today's hearing. I reached out to the mayor's office to ask why that wasn't touched upon, but they directed my question to attorney Alicia Days, who has not responded at this time. Mrs. Bailey was at today's hearing, and she tells me she doesn't have any animosity towards anyone. She just wants to make sure that steps are taken to hold bars accountable so that no other family has to experience what they have. James Villalobos, Western Mass News.